Evening everyone, it's Haynes Outdoors again. It's Saturday, I'm only doing 24 tonight, this weekend. It's Saturday, it's about 5:45 in the evening. I've just got my rods set up, all three of them. 2 at 16.5 wraps, which is a good spot, and 1 whack long, probably around 30 wraps. All on singles, snowmen really, but shaved down, Scopex squid, and the Snag Tackle corn toppers that I used, I've shown you before. While I'm talking about Snag Tackle, if you sign up to the website for Snag Tackle, there's some good deals on. You can get 15% off, and it's cheap anyway. It's cheaper than, like I've said before, all the tackle's the same as Nash. It's bought from the same place as Nash. It's cheap. It's cheap, a lot cheaper than the shop prices anyway, and then you get another 15% off, so it's worth getting on the Snag Tackle. Anyway, I've got my rods out. Like I said, I'm only here for 24 hours tonight, but we'll see how it's going to go. I'll give you a little show. Fluffles is in the car, I'll get her out in a bit. Let me show you. 3 rods today, got the 13s again. Got all 3 this time. So I've got 1 out there, 1 there, both on a spot, on a bar, a nice spot, and then 1 whack long there. The fish are still mostly over in the corner where they have been all winter over there, but they are coming out. I saw one show a bit further out there earlier, so I'm hoping they'll move about. Other than that, same as usual. You know me set up by now. Beautiful, it's busy today. This lake's rammed. You know what it was like last week, no one on. This lake's rammed. All down the side there's people fishing. This side of the lake where I am is rammed. There's people fishing down that bank as well, over there. There's only that swim next to me and 1 swim over on that side over there that haven't got anyone on, so I don't know how that's going to pan out, if anyone's going to come down or not. But anyway, that's where we are. I've got 2 on naked chods, on the claw naked chods that I showed you last week, and I've got 1 which is whack long on a Stiffins rig on the Ronnie rig on the claw. So fingers crossed, something will happen and I'll be able to bring you back with a fish this week. Right, I suppose it's time to get the pest out of the car. She's in there, so it's time to get her out, get her in the bivvy, and then I can make coffee. Speak to you soon. Right, back in the bivvy, just put the kettle on. Feels like I've had I know it's a bit random, but lucky I brought a spare. My stove I've had for about 7 years, finally broke. Now, these stoves are unbelievable, and if I can find another one, I'm going to get another one. I can't believe it. I can't believe it's finally broke. Luckily, lucky I got a spare. But on a good note, I remembered my cut this week. That's the third week I finally remembered it. Obviously I forgot it last week and used the coffee cup. They used the dog tin. Week before I forgot it, but luckily my wife came down, so she brought it. But anyway, just make myself a coffee and then I'll get the dog out. Hopefully I'll have a fish. So hopefully I'll see you in a bit. Well, it's nearly 7 o'clock now. All rods are on their spots. Fluffles is here, look. There she is. All wrapped up, getting warm. It's not that cold to be fair, it was 16 degrees today. Spring's on its way. So, bit of movement out there, definitely some movement in the lake. Hopefully we'll have something. Hopefully I can bring you back with a fish from this lake. Anyway, not going to have many more weekends on here for a while. Went for the meeting today at the syndicate. New Year's rolling on, so from the 1st of April I'll be back on the big pit, back on the syndicate. It's doing all right. Mate's had a few fish out over there. Seen the big common. Oh, it's big. It was out 7 years ago. Hasn't been out for 7 years, and it came out last time at £51.8, and it ain't been out for 7 years, and it looks like it's been growing, so that's brilliant news. Some lovely 30s in there, so that's good. Be back on there soon. Got a weekend at the end of month on Orchid. We've got a full lake booking on Orchid, a load of us, the Snag Tackle team. It's a social on Orchid, so that should be a good one. Hopefully get some fish for the channel out there. Hopefully we'll have a good weekend there, get a few fish out. But for now, I'm concentrating on this one. So fingers crossed, I'll be able to bring you back with some fish. Till then, see you later. Right, I'm just going to knock up a choddy. If you can see me, I don't know how well you're going to be able to see me, but I'm going to show you, it's like step by step as I get closer anyway. So, first things first. Got my choddy tool for putting a nice shape in it. Got my hooks, got all my bits I need, and I'll show you bit by bit. Anyway, start off obviously with some line. I've got 25 pounds, 0.50 stiff fluorocarbon. Cut off a fair bit more than I need because it makes it easier. So anyway, let's get these little bits out of the way. So I'll start off, I've got my bit of line. I'll get my hook, get your hook, my hook in question. So I like a lot of metal. It's a size 2 claw. Size 2 claw. Snag Tackle claw. So anyway, line through the back. I know it's tricky to see. Line through the back as if you're doing a, you know, standard. And then do a knotless knot. Don't need to be too much because it's 5 turns is enough, because it's chod, it's strong, it's chod. Push that through, pull it nice and tight, it'll bed in. And I'll cut off that little tag end. Put that on the table so it can go in the bin, and then I blob over that last bit, just like so. Just tuck that in, and then I get a kicker, a large kicker, because it's a big hook. Get your kicker, thread that through. Careful not to put it through your fingers. Make sure it goes right through the hole. Make sure I get it on the right way. It'll help, won't it? Always helps if you get it the right way. Feed that through. Make sure it's clear. That's it. Actually, I'm going to go the other way so that it's easier to get it over that knot. I'll go up through the line, get it off there. I'm going to take it from the other end just so that it goes over the knotless knot easier. So I'll feed it on this way. Push it up over. See if I can feed it. I normally use, as you know, shrink tube. These are meant to fit, but this looks like it's going to be a struggle getting it over. I might have to go shrink tube with this. Looks like I'm going to have to go shrink tube. Should have a bit cut already. I'm gonna have to get some extra large ones of them. Right, so I've got a section of shrink tube in here already. Measure it up. That should be about right. Thread that up. That's it, that should go over. Sometimes I find with the shrink tube it's actually easier to go the other way because it doesn't get caught on anything, but we'll try it from this direction. Got a little bit of foam here, which is zig foam, little round, little bit of hack, bit of zig foam. Stick it over the point of your hook when you're making your rigs. Stick it over the point of your hook like that, and then you don't stab yourself and you protect your hook at the same time. And then you ain't got to worry, you can give it a bit of grief and you ain't got to worry about it slipping and going into your finger past the barb. Manipulate that shrink tube up over that knot. Nearly there now. It's actually going on, it's not too bad. Manipulate that up so that shrink tube is up by that knot like that. I leave a bit extra because it helps to kick it. You can take a bit off if you want. I might take a bit of this one off, put that for the rubbish. So I've took a bit of that off, stretched it, so once I heat that up it will come in nice. So then all you need is get one out of here so we can have a big swivel, big eye on it. I should have some of them in here. No, that's not the right one. I hope I've got some in here. I'm gonna have to get some of the other one otherwise. Ah, that's just in the wrong bit. I thought I had some. Pulled the only one of them out in the wrong bit. Can you believe that? So get a swivel with a big eye on it. Don't want it too big, so I'll go right down low. And because it's fluoro, you don't have to give it too many turns and it'll hold. Pull that through, wet it down, which is another good reason why you use the foam on your hook. Get your pullers, give it a nice little pull. Cut that tag end off. Give it a blob over. Give that a blob over like that. Get it ready with a tool. Then I use micro ring swivels, so I like to be able to put it on with thread when I'm using now, because if I'm just using one boilie, or I'll use a bait screw, but I'm doing snowmen a lot at the moment, whittling them down. So get your micro swivel, get your hook beads, and we do these hook beads, Snag Tackle, good bargain, good price, and they're nice hook beads as well. I'll show you something else in a minute we do. Anyway, hook bead, put that on. round level with a barb. Nice and tight, they are. Around to there. Now with these micro swivels, they've got quite a big loop on them. So what you have to do is get pliers. All I like to do is get my pliers, get on that swivel and just give it a little pinch in, just a little one, just to move it a couple of mil, not too much. Just give it a little bit of a squash. Nearly there. Just minimal. Just doing it gently because I don't want it to pop. A bit tricky in the dark. It's not that bright. Should put a head torch on really. Trouble is it glares the camera up. That's it. So bend it over with the pliers. And then I'll make a shape like that with my hands. Get your lighter, don't hold it too close because you'll burn it. You don't have to do it with the kettle, as long as you're not too close so you melt it. Just a little of that. Then you get the shape you want. It gives you a good shape, good kick. Perfect. And then get my choddy shaper, which goes in there like that. You move this up, put the big eye over there, pull it down, pull it tight on there, and it keeps the shape. It gives you a great shape. And that's a 2-inch line, 2 inches of fluoro, and then the hook and that, which is lovely when there's a little bit of weed or a bit of crap. And there we are. I'll leave that on there. I'll get my my bit of foam, stick it back on the hook there. Now I'll leave that in my box, or I can put it, I mean I've got one of the old Korda choddy tubes, but I'll keep that on there for a bit and it will keep its shape. And that's choddy done. That's it. Simple as that. Takes 10 minutes and that's a perfectly good choddy ready to go. I'll when it's daylight tomorrow, I'll set up, I'll do a show you how I make my Ronnies, but for now got one of those, another one of those ready. I'll show you what I was going to show you. Heli clips. This is another thing we do at Snag. Heli clips, like the Korda ones, only better. You don't have to put the line through. They've got an eye that come out the end, and they've got a plug here. So you get that out, see this little plug? So now it will drop the lead. Put that little tag in there, it won't drop the lead. So much easier than the Korda ones where you have to piss about putting the line through and putting the collar on. Not these ones. Brilliant, and cheaper than Korda. Get on the Snag Tackle, I'm telling you. snagtackle.co.uk. snagtackle.co.uk. If you sign up on the website, subscribe, you can get some good deals. Got all sorts. We've even got, I mean, this is supple braid, 50 meters, £25, camo fleck. This is the green one. Supple braid, great stuff, I love it. What we do, all sorts. We've got chod link and all sorts of stiff coated. Take a look, go on and have a look. snagtackle.co.uk. Great. Anyway, hopefully I'll bring you back at some point with a fish. Till then, see you later. Evening all, it's 10:30. It's quiet, real quiet. None of the ducks are even making any noise. I've not heard anything boshing out there. I've not seen anything. I've been watching the water, what I can see. Hopefully I'll get woken up in the night. If I do, I'll try and set some lights up and see what I can film for you. If not, I'll see you in the morning. Fingers crossed, eh? See you in a bit. Morning everyone, it's about 8:15 in the morning, Sunday morning. Nothing on this lake again. Lads over on the East Lake, over the road from me there, they've just had one out. He's well made up, he's well happy, jumping about, waving his arms about, taking photos. Well happy, must have been a PB. But yeah, so just making a coffee. I'm going to get sorted for the day. I'm going to whack out a nice big zig, nice big bit of black foam. A lot bigger than most people would put out. So sun's out, hopefully the fish are moving, so I'm going to try and intercept them. They're obviously not coming down yet, they're not feeding on the bottom yet, so if they're mooching about, I'm going to put something in their face. I'm just going to stick one out. I'll probably be here till maybe 2 o'clock today. We'll see how it goes today. I'll let the weather tell me. If it starts to turn dodgy and look like it's going to rain, obviously I'll pack my gear up so I don't get wet. But I'll let you know when I made the zig and that. I'll show you. Like I say, I'm just making a coffee, so I'll speak to you in a bit. Hiya, how you doing? Right, that's the zig out, all done. Put it out about 3 foot. We'll see what goes on. I've just put one out and hid it long. We'll see what happens. Never know your luck. Never know your luck. I'll show you the lake this morning. So here we are, look. This is how we're looking this morning. The wind's changed. The wind's blowing down onto this bank now. It's a nice little breeze as well. There's the area where they've been holding up. Water's come up a little bit. A little bit more water in here. I think the inlet from the other lakes has definitely been cleared, or it's pushed through, because the lake's looking really blue. Where we dyed Ivy from my other video where I was dyeing the lake out on the boat, that's goes into Triangle, which is the other side of that bank over there, and then that's connected to the big lake, my syndicate lake, which is Ivy. And over in that far corner right over there that goes right out under the road, there's an inlet. So that's why Ivy and Triangle have been really high, because that inlet was blocked. Now it's obviously unblocked because this lake's come up. This was down lower. This lake's come up and the water's got dye in it, where it's come through from Ivy into Triangle, now into Cops. It's looking nice. I mean, I showed you last time in the last video, it's so full of life. That's the fella that had the fish a minute ago. Anyway, fingers crossed. Hopefully I'll be able to bring you back with a fish. See you in a bit. Right, back. Right, just showing you the pack down. I know I'm not off for another 4 hours or so, but I like to start airing out early. There's me bits. That's like my waders, my water, all my other stuff that just stays in the car. My boots, my walking boots. So that's out airing now. I've got my bed out. Obviously, those of you that have stayed in bivvies, I mean, I don't know if anyone watches my channel doesn't fish and stay in bivvies. You get a condensation build up when it's cold at night. In the winter, you get a condensation build up inside the bivvy and it gets all wet, and then obviously you need to air it out because you can't pack it away wet. So I'm airing my bed out. Beautiful, so warm. It's a Nash Indulgence, this one. This is the SS4, but this has got the sleep system, and I've got the shroud. This is a waterproof thermal shroud as well, so you can sleep out without a bivvy. Stick a pole up and get under it. It's brilliant. Then obviously the bivvy, and airing that out now. It's nice and empty. Got all the windows open, airing it out. It'll take a couple of hours to air out, that will, in this, especially this sun will help. Anyway, no movement yet on the Zig, nothing out there, but I'll let you know if anything happens in a bit, mate. Right, I'm back. It's about 10 o'clock and the people in swim 1 and 2 have gone, so that's a game changer for me because I'm here till about 2. So I'll just turn my camera around. So they've both gone now, their swims are empty, and as you know from before, when I've been telling you and showing you, the fish are moving. Oh, they're up in that corner over there and they're moving down this reed line. So they're moving down this reed line up down here. So I'm going to bring my Zig in and I'm going to whop it out there as close to them reeds as I can get them. Let's have a go. Let's bring it in. Right, let's get this rod in and get this sorted out. I just want to show you a little trick. When I said I was fishing with a big bit of black foam, I wasn't joking. Look, the size of that Zig. I make them myself. Big size 2, and that hangs like that in the water. And if you don't think these work, look at Ollie Davies' video on Nash. A little while back in the winter, he was fishing, can't think where he was fishing now, but he fished there for 1 day. He was invited to this syndicate, fished there for 1 day, put a big bit of black foam out like that, and he had the biggest fish in the lake. Not even joking. Find it, watch the video, it's brilliant. Anyway, little tip for anyone zig fishing that struggles with tangles. Get your lead and get your zig like that, get some foam, give it good wet and stick. Pin your hook, your zig, everything to your lead like that with your foam. It doesn't come off in flight, it sticks really well and it holds it there. And you'd be surprised, and it stops it getting tangled. It just floats down like that, it stops it getting tangled, and then that pops off once it's in the water. Happy days. Let's whack this out. foam come off that nice. Went right out, flopped right down. I'm just going to turn around and I'll show you. Right, so I whacked it over there. It's over there in line with the edge of them reeds there. I whacked it out. It went in perfect. The foam popped off. Seagull went down, tried to pick up the little bit of foam. So I know it's all set, it's all fishing, and I know there's fish moving about. So that'll stay out there now till I go home. I'm well happy with that. I'm glad them people have gone. I reckon that's my best chance for a bite in this weather, with the wind moving that over there towards that bank and the fish up and down there. So fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. It's my best chance for a bite for months in here. So hopefully I can bring you back with a fish. I'll speak to you in a bit. Right, I've just had a liner on that one, the one I put the zig out on. I think it was a liner. It could have been an aborted take, I suppose. But it wasn't a big take because the lead's still on. I'm on a drop off, so if something had picked up and shook, it would have dropped the lead instantly. I'm on a heli. So I've reset it. I know it's going to be fishing right because it ain't going to tangle that zig popping up. So fingers crossed. It's either a liner and they're moving over there, or it was a take. So fingers crossed, I'll have another one. I'll let you know. Just going to leave this running for a bit. Film. Fingers crossed. You never know my luck. Might be my good luck. Might get a live take. Doubt it. But you know, I'll give it 10 minutes or so. Just let it run, let it film. Take my casting finger store off, don't need that. Unless I get a bite, I've got to put it back out. Put that back in the bag. Just cut the little seat back there. Get this bivvy packed away now, it's aired out before it rains. Don't take long. Do the baby paint back them in there. Starting to feel a bit fresh. Bit of grey cloud coming. Might as well get it packed away now while I can. I don't want it to get wet again. Now it's weared out. Them ones, I've wrapped the blooming thing up in here. in from the other 4. I don't think I'm going to find that. Perfect, there it is. Pack these 4 away for the wrap, for the front cover. Job done. All good. No rubbish left, no line, no nothing. Right, anyway, that's been 15 minutes, so I'll leave it there. I'll hopefully be able to bring you back with a fish before I go. I've got a few hours left. In a bit. Alright everyone, it's 12 o'clock now, and as you can see, weather's changed. It's now gloomy, cloudy, horrible. Temperature's dropped, the wind's cold. The wind's hacking into that right hand corner now. So hopefully the fish are going to move down that bank on that wind. There's a couple lumped out further, so hopefully they're going to move down. If they do, then my zig's out there to intercept them. So about another 2 hours before I pack up. So fingers crossed. You know what it's like, you never know till the last minute. So another couple of hours, hopefully I'll be able to show you a fish today. If not, it's always next time. Speak to you in a bit. Well, it's just gone 1 o'clock and I'm just slowly starting to pack down now. Got my first rod in. I shall leave my zig out till last. Slowly starting to pack down. If by any chance I do get something on one of my rods before I put them all away, obviously I'll bring you back and I'll let you know and I'll show you, but fingers crossed. If not, I'll see you when I'm all packed up. Well, that's it everyone, it's basically 2 o'clock. I'm all packed up, yet again no fish. Cops, great name innit? Cops, makes everyone cops. Jesus Christ, it's an hard lake. No fish out again on it, and there was another 5 people on here this weekend. Not even a sniff. But hey ho. Anyway, as of like the 1st of April, that'll be it. Me and Cops will be done. Well, 1st of April I'll be back on the syndicate, but 1st of April I will be at Orchid Lakes in Oxfordshire. So that leaves next weekend. If I can fish next weekend, that will be the last weekend I get to do on Cops for a while. So head home now. Thanks for all watching. Give me a like and a share. I know I don't ever say it, but please like my videos and share them if you can, and subscribe it all helps. So Ains Outdoors is going back indoors. From me, Fluffles down there, wherever she is down there, me and Fluffles, we're out.